One question that I get asked a lot is, can I see the inspection report on my house? The answer is yes, technically you can see it, but do you want to see it? So what happens if you get that inspection report? The buyers decide to terminate. Well, now you have an inspection report. And let's say that inspector is what I call a drama inspector and wrote up a lot of things about your house that in the way they're written look really, really bad, but in reality aren't quite as bad as they are portrayed on the paper. Well, then you're required to disclose any of that information, which we should do anyways. But now you're required to disclose this inspection report that makes the house look a little bit worse than what it is. A great example of this is we had a house that I listed with my partners back in 2016. The house was in good condition. It had recently been rehabbed. They had an inspector come in and he claimed that the entire house was falling down, that there were giant cracks in the beams and that the entire house could literally fall down at any moment. Well, so we had our next buyer come in. The sellers actually took a reduced price, very large reduced price, about $15,000 below the list price because of this inspection report, because no buyer wanted to buy it. This next buyer comes in. They have an engineer come in and check the house out, a professional, somebody who, that's their job is to look at the house. No problems. The beams, all the beams were fully intact. Foundation was in good shape. The inspector had just kind of over exaggerated what he saw were a few superficial cracks. Now, I'm not saying that inspector was wrong in doing their job, but it is their job to point things out. However, just in the context he wrote it, it made the house seem like it was falling apart when in reality it wasn't. So that seller actually took a lot less money than they could have when they got that inspection report. So, in saying that, we don't necessarily want to see it. Now, however, if we have agreed to repairs and we are interested in checking that out so we can get more details, then we can talk about it and ask for it if it's needed. But just general rule of thumb, we don't necessarily ask for it unless we really want to see it. So, you guys, if you have any other questions, just feel free to check out some of the other videos that we have.